Hello everybody, it's Lalaine and today it is time for a reading vlog. Yes, I'm in my bathrobe, but that's because I'm cold. Anyways, this girl already filmed a reading vlog. Guess what happened? I left ginger ale in my bag without the freaking lid on, so the book was soaked, and I will never know how the story will end. Anyways, of course I will, but I have to buy it again. I don't have that money, so I'm not gonna buy it, so I will never know. So obviously, you know what? I'm just gonna film a new one. So this will be a new one. At the moment, I am subscribed to Script. Well, it's just like trial month, but I think I will continue with my subscription because in like the past 2 days I already listened to 3 books and it makes me like really happy. I listened to The City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. Oh my god, I just absolutely love the woman. She's one of my favorite authors of all times, and it is a middle grade book, but it was such an amazing story. Oh, I absolutely loved it. But that book is something that I need in a physical copy as well. So on to the books that I'm reading right now. I'm reading 2 books. Well, I'm want to read 2 books. Yeah, I'm aware that it's better to focus on one book, but that's not really me, okay? I'm like, I can be like a dog and then it's like squirrel. Like, that is me. I'm sorry, but sometimes my focus is just like all over the place. So I'm reading The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, and I know this is going to be a movie, and really want to see it, but first I need to read the book. Well, I always think of it that I first need to read the book before I'm going to see the movie. So my sister gave this to me on my birthday, but at that time I was like, this is really serious stuff because it's about a girl who goes to a boarding school, private school, and everybody who goes to that school is basically white, so she's one of the only black persons out there, and at the same time she's living in a neighborhood that's kind of like the ghetto. So she's also dealing with police brutality and people being shot, and we kind of go with her through this journey. So far it is super interesting and I love it so far. Not as in, oh my god, this is amazing, but I really wanted to read about this because I live in Holland. We don't have it the way that people have it in the USA, and with have it, I'm talking about the police brutality, you know, the racism. I just absolutely cringe when I see the Tumblr posts on Instagram, on the news about people being shot just because of their color. And hello, the last time I checked, I also have a color. So yeah, I just really wanted to read about it, and I just I was not in the vibe to read a certain book like that, but I am ready. I'm 100 pages in, so we'll see how that goes. And then on to the other book that I really want to read. The other book that I really want to read is a Dutch book, and my old colleague gave it to me. Well, he lent it to me because I asked on Instagram if someone had a good thriller, because when autumn is like coming and like I need to read thrillers, and I used to be such a scaredy pants, but it's slowly coming back because when I was younger I always had like thriller nights and scary movie nights, and I just absolutely loved it. And then there was a period in my life where I was like, no, I'm getting panic attacks from thrillers and horror movies or books, and now I'm slowly getting my feels back for the horror and thriller, and I really want to read thrillers. So if you have a good suggestion for a thriller book, please let me know in the comment box down below. But I'm gonna read HEX, and it's by Thomas Oldeheuvel. It's a Dutch guy and he won prizes, not particularly with this book, but with the work that he did before this. This book is about a woman that they call HEX. She's living in a village and her eyes and her mouth is sewed closed, and there's this group of young people who don't really have a life, and they're like, we don't believe it, it is fake, so we're gonna see if it's real, and we're just gonna crash there and stay there. And I think they're probably gonna die. That's what I think. Like, for real, how many times are people saying, I'm gonna go, no, it's not dangerous? Did they end up dead? A lot of times. But even Stephen King says that this is one of the most brilliant books. So I can't wait to dive in. I'm gonna dive into this one, and I will catch up with you when I'm like 50 pages in, I guess. So wish me luck. the next day. It is Saturday, and that's because someone fell asleep. I watched one episode of a Korean drama, and then I went straight for the book. Ow. HEX. Ow. And it started off really weird, and for me it's also really weird because it is taking place in Holland, and normally I read about fantasy worlds and everything outside of Holland, so it's super weird to be reading about a book where I actually know what he's talking about when it comes to the places. But anyways, a little side note, today was my last day in Sandom. I'm being transferred to another city, and two amazing colleagues gave me a freaking fucking bracelet. Like, hello. And they gave me a really sweet card, and it says, "You are worth gold." But they thought it was really funny because they gave me silver, and they were like, oops. But I love silver, so the fact that they know this, oh my god, they didn't have to, but they did. And I'm just like, I feel super grateful and loved. I'm like, okay, I did something good, and I actually had a really good connection with these two, even though I was their manager. But yeah, I appreciate it so much. And the first thing I said was, oh my god, I hate you guys, instead of thank you. Emotions are still a really weird thing for me, but girls, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Absolutely love it. But back to the book. So we're at the part where this woman with her sewed eyes, and they call her grandma, is standing in the living room, and everybody is acknowledging that they know where she was, and she's moving really fast. And I don't get that. Everybody's acting like it's normal because this woman is standing in this family's house, and nobody is really responding to it. Only the dog is responding, like, very fiercely. So they put the dog outside and they go eat in the dining room while the woman stands with a fucking blanket over her head in the living room. And then the first chapter ends with like, okay, we're going to bed. And the woman is still standing there. This is giving me chills already. I'm like, what? Why is everybody acting so normal? This kid is making YouTube videos. Bruh. I just really want to know where this story goes, but it's like 11 o'clock at night. It's Saturday night. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna read. So I'm gonna read, and I will catch up with you guys later. I hope I won't fall asleep because I really want to read. So let's go. Hello. So it is Monday. I didn't really read yesterday. I just slept and ate, and I just had a rest day, and I found it really hard to have a rest day because I'm like, I'm off. I need to do everything that I couldn't do this week, but I don't really realize that I'm super tired, so it's like me against my rest. But I try to just stay back, relax, tell myself that I also need to have a day where I can just, like, you know, chill on the couch or in my bed and watch movies and just enjoy it, and the rest will come the next day. So today I started reading again. I read HEX this morning a bit in the train, and so far it's more like funny than like scary. But I have a feeling that the scary part is about to come, and that I will be sorry that I said that I found it more funny than scary, because Stephen King is not gonna say this is brilliant when it's not, because if there's an honest person, it's Stephen King. So today I worked at a new place with new people in a new city for the third time in 3 months, and it's super overwhelming for me because if you know me personally, I don't like changes, and I don't like them that quick, and I have some overwhelming experiences. So for me to be in a new place, I'm like, oh, we have to start again. La 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 la. The one thing that I don't really like is that people are not open for new things or suggestions or whatever. Everybody's like, this is how we do it here, this is how we do it here, but this is how we do it here. And I have to go to a fourth place this week, so I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it how you guys think I should do it, and we'll see. I can't wait to be at home and be reading. So that's kind of my mood. I just want to chill on the couch and read, but I first need to make food. But I hope, yeah, I cannot finish this in one night, but I hope I will at least read 100 pages, and I'm at page 76. So fingers crossed, and I will update you guys later. So I hope it's going from funny to scary. Bye. Have you ever read a book that left you with such a horrible feeling? Not scared, not anxious, just horrible? I did. I finished HEX last night and I felt so shitty. Throughout the book, I was like, where's the scary part? This is supposed to be a thriller. Where's the... But I didn't really get that, but when the book was finished and towards the end, all of a sudden things were happening and I was like, oh, okay, okay. It just makes you realize how humankind can almost dig their own grave, especially when they believe a certain thing. And so it is brilliant. It is so well done when it comes to this book. But the feeling that I had afterwards was just, ugh, I can't describe it. It was just horrible. I felt really horrible. I will never read the book again. I can't wait to give this back to the person who lent it to me. I don't want anything to do with this story anymore. Nah. No. If you know the Blair Witch Project, that was also a movie where it's like you don't really see the witch and nothing is really happening until the ending. Like, it's just more the thoughts that you have that scare you than the actual things that happening. So okay, so I still need to finish The Hate You Give, so I'm gonna try to do that tonight. And then on to a new book, because I need something positive, something lovey-dovey or something, because I need to get rid of this feeling. Ugh. So while cleaning up, I'm listening to this audiobook, Talking When You're Shy or whatever. Wait, whatever. Let me look up the title. Talking with Confidence for the Painfully Shy. Well, I'm not painfully shy because my awkward way of talking is my way of like surviving and speaking up. But there are still situations where I get sweaty and anxious and I know this is the moment where I should say something and then I don't. Or this is the moment where I should correct my sarcasm and, make the situation less awkward, or at least make sure that my opinion is coming across. And I find it easier for me to do that with sarcasm because I cannot really say things straight up. Ugh. So yeah, I'm just listening to it, so maybe it has some really good tips on how to always say what you want to say, even when you feel shy in situations. Because when I'm in a place where I don't know anyone and people don't really respond that well to my jokes, when it's just like, I'm like, this is the moment where you're supposed to laugh or say something funny back. Like, come on, don't leave me hanging. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to it and continue cleaning. Ta-da! Good morning, good morning, good morning. Even though I'm like, it's not even morning, it's noon, I guess. But I finished The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, and I'm so glad this is going to be a movie. It is a movie, it's just not here yet. But I really want to see it. I love the book. I first had a really hard time getting through it or to get started, so I picked up other books. But when I committed myself, I really, really enjoyed it, and I just, oh my god, this is so much fun, but it is so necessary. This book is so necessary. The story is really necessary. People need to know. And it just, there was so many moments where I was so angry and so pissed while reading this. I don't know why, but for some reason I always feel personal attacked when it comes to black people. Like, yeah, I know I'm black, but when I see or hear about the violence against our community, I'm like, so that's why I think it's really important that it is a movie now so that people can see it, because a lot of people don't want to read. Yeah. So yeah, this is a really precious book to me. There were also moments where I laughed because I'm raised by white people. I have amazing parents. Um, but how she felt like she should divide her friends, and how she has a different way of talking around white people. Oh my god, that's something that I did when I was younger. I always was so aware of the fact that I was black. So when my parents would take me to a village or whatever, I would be like, is it okay? Is it okay for me to be here? Oh, I need to talk this certain way so they won't think I'm like this ghetto black girl, even though we don't have a ghetto here. But people also here have this idea that when you're black, you have to be ghetto. Like, even at work right now, I don't speak with the accent that we have in South America. A lot of people like to do the Suriname accent, and it's really annoying because a lot of people can't do it. And I have coworkers who talk to me in that way that I'm like, what are you trying to do? Get the fuck out of my face. So that has nothing to do with the book itself, but it just made me realize how many times I would divide myself into, or put up another personality, or how I grew up thinking always about my color first, and then if I would be safe, and then would do what I came to do. And I don't think that's really fair. You should just go. And I was talking to other people about it, like other minorities, and they experienced the same. So I think it's weird. I think we should always feel safe and be able to be ourselves no matter what we are, where we come from, what we're wearing. Like, I do. But anyways, I give this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Like, it was really good. Not a 5 star because I really don't like these stories. I really don't. I just think they are necessary, and I'm glad I read it, and I can't wait to see the movie. But it just, made me sick to my stomach. But I'm done, and I'm gonna end the reading vlog here because I will set up a new one to start reading the next week. And hope you like the video, and there will be more, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Ciao, kaya.